This is one of the craziest fishing spots I have ever been to. It's a spillway hidden in the middle of the woods, and it takes a serious effort to get there. But because of that, it is insane fishing. Today, we are gonna go sneaking through the woods and wading upriver to see if we can make it to the spillway and catch some of the big fish that we know it's hiding. That's a big fish.
All on the rooster tail.
Well guys, we're hiking to one of my favorite of all time fishing spots. Haven't been here yet this year. Need to keep up the trail here. I guess no, don't keep up the trail because that keeps people out. You know what else keeps people out is posting the spot on the internet. That's a joke. Haha. This is a literal jungle this year.
And I don't know why, because we haven't gotten like hardly any rain.
What is going on, everybody? I am Engineering Hook Sets. Welcome to another video. This is usually all dry ground.
All that much along the way? I think we can. Oh,
hey.
nice.
First fish, what do we got? Creek chub? Oh no, that's a yellow bass. Interesting.
Yellow bass are so prickly.
Heck yeah. This is River Fishing USA, for anyone who didn't know. The guy that was a hardcore YouTuber for like 6 months and then quit cold turkey. It's always good to try behind little rocks and stuff. Never know what big fish is sitting behind a rock trying to get cover from the current. Caught him down here before. Not when the water was this high though. This is really promising that the water's this high because it means fish can travel upstream easier. And hopefully they're all at the spillway that we're going to fish.
Literally just like do like a 30. Oh
wow. Another yellow bass.
There we go. He's fine.
Must have had a really high water period this spring. A lot of laydowns that we've seen in years past are moved down or gone. There's this one right here used to be more upstream over there. I think there's a fish on that laydown before we walk over it. Holy dragonflies. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am. So many freshwater like clams or oysters or whatever, shells broken open. They reintroduced otters into this area like 3 years ago, and this is the result. We've seen them at this spillway a few times. Well, I'm gonna leave this rod here for a second. Hopefully nothing happens to that and it doesn't get swept down current. Well, that tree right there coming off the bluff wall is new. Used to stand like literally right where that tree is. Who knows, maybe it'll be fish cover. It's probably fish cover already to some degree. Flatheads like trees, they like living in laydowns. Maybe there's a flatty on it. I would lose my mind for a flathead catfish. First snag of the day. Gonna be a lot of those. All right, let's see if this is a suicide mission, casting a Ned rig out into that stuff. Probably, but gotta try. The way to go at this place is wake baits and shallow diving square bills. Oh, I have something. Are you sure you're not on mine? Hold on, I got a big smallie. I got a big smallie. Hey, can you film me if you don't have one?
I do have one on.
Oh, you have a fish too?
Yeah, something nice. I hope it's not very small.
Oh my gosh, that's a good smallie.
I'm guessing it could be a...
Dude, that's a good smallie. He's a fighter too. Heck yeah, it's looking like it is gonna be a smallmouth spot this year. Oh my gosh, he's right by your feet. Come on there, bud. Now he's right by my feet. Oh, he choked it, we're good, he choked it. Let's go. First smallmouth at my favorite, probably my favorite fishing spot. I think that's fair to say. Ben's fighting a fish right now too. Doubled up on our first nice fish. Hopefully his is not an Asian carp because those do exist here. That's a nice smallie. That's probably 14 inches close.
Channel cat, nice.
That's a good sized channel cat. Here, we'll get the doubled up pick while you're fighting it. You just do you.
I think this counts as landing it, right?
Yeah, I'd say that counts as landing it.
Even if you were to break off right here.
Nice channel cat. That's good size, probably 3.5 pounds or so. And mine absolutely choked the Engineered for Hook Sets siren. Annihilated it.
Got a good one up close.
Yeah, good fish, man.
All right, here he goes.
Good sign. We just moved up to the main spillway and we're catching them. I've got mine sitting in the water over here while I was getting my forceps out. Important to have forceps on in case you get one that's hooked deep. All right, guys, first smallie of the day, first fish of the year at this spot. Very good one, very happy with it. There he goes. All right, guys, well, that's my first cast out in that general direction towards the spillway, and we just doubled up on some nice fish. That's awesome. This is both of our first time here this year, so that is a very good sign. I mentioned in the intro, I was really hoping that it was going to be more of a smallmouth spot this year and not a largemouth spot. So really happy to see that. Really want to get a little bit of species differentiation in today. Hopefully we can get a flathead, maybe some white bass or walleye or whatever, but let's get back at it. You got one? Oh, that's a giant.
That's either a carp or a catfish.
Ben's hooked up with another big fish. I saw some tail movement.
I saw some tail, but it didn't look nasty.
That's a big fish.
All on the rooster tail. I think it's a catfish.
That'd be cool if it was a flathead. I'll fish this direction so I can keep videoing the fight. That is a kicker. Man, if that's a calf, I don't think channels usually fight like that.
No, there.
Oh my gosh, I just got smoked.
I think it's a channel.
I just got smoked right in there. Ben's still fighting a fish. I'm just trying to catch one. Yeah, maybe it is just a good sized channel. That'd be cool. You got braid on, right?
Yeah. Catching channel.
Oh, I got one. Oh no!
Channels like this, my arms are.
I just got bit in there again. That's 2 casts in a row I got bit. Probably the same fish. We're gonna try one more time. We'll try more than once. What am I saying? What'd that tail look like?
I think it's a channel again.
Another channel cat?
Looks like it's a much darker one.
He's spinning a lot. I think so. Yeah, that's a channel. That's good sized fish.
That's awesome to see him smoking the spinners.
Man, he's dark. Dude, that's a big fish. What do you think? 5 pounds?
I think so.
I think that's probably a 5-pounder. They just spin like no other. You're gonna have so much slime on your line. All right, there you go. Probably 5.5 pound channel cat.
Oh!
You got him right by your feet. Another yellow bass. Ben's schwacking the yellow bass today. I got a bite. Got him. Not a huge fish. I'm just kind of skipping him across the top of the water.
Is that a yellow?
Yeah, doubled up on yellow bass. There you go. That's the first yellow bass I have caught on my own lures. Okay.
There's the double up.
Well, the engineered for hook sets siren is now certified to catch yellow bass. For the record, I've already caught a bunch of fish on this bait. These things are so durable. I wonder if those are the bites I was getting right over there, if those were yellow bass. There's a bunch of big boulders way out there in the middle. I think there's 4 in kind of a square pattern. Normally you can see them, but the water's a little high right now, so they're all underwater. But they provide good fish. What the heck is that, a snag? I'm snagged on one of the boulders I was just talking about. There's no getting this. You snagged too?
Yeah.
Doubled up on snags. See if it pulls out. Actually, that might be fishing line, because it's moving towards me. Did I get it? Oh my gosh, I think I got it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Completely straightened my hook out. Barely saved the bait.
Rock that's out there.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna run back and grab my casting setup. Oh, just kidding, just got bit by a largemouth right as I was pulling this out of the water. Okay, he's gone. Does that count as a catch? What if we try a little shallower right in there? One of the reasons I really want to try a square bill is because I know for a fact that flatheads will eat square bills. And I've seen a huge flathead skeleton here, and I've heard people say they've caught them here. Okay, we're gonna trade out that guy for this guy. I'm thinking the pink lemonade little frishies. All right, there you go. There's the pink lemonade little frishies. I actually asked Kurt, for anyone who doesn't know, I fish with the guy who makes these. We tournament fish together. Name's Kurt, cool dude. He makes these himself. These will be linked in the description, but I actually asked him to paint me this color because I heard walleye like this color and I kind of want to catch walleye. But I'll take some smallmouth or some largemouth on it too. Plus the square bill is just traditionally what has worked at this spot. There's a ton, and I mean a ton of rocks, as you can clearly see all around me. Oh nice, you got it. That's that green catfish line.
Haven't we caught someone here before?
Yeah, like all the time. It's always that neon green line. That person, there's always like trash by piles of that line over by the concrete. That person's a scumbag. Yeah, Ben snagged on some fishing line right now, and it's neon green, like really thick catfish monofilament. It seems like every single time we come here and we get snagged on line, it is always that green neon catfish mono. And we're pretty sure that person is just littering because we find like rolls of that line like over by the concrete and stuff. And there's always like fish guts and rusty hooks and sinkers by it too. So I'm very confident it's the same person and they're just a complete slob. Oh, I know that they cut their line off. They don't try to pull the excess in, they just cut it off when they get snagged. Because we find it on the bank, like long strings of it that are still stuck to a snag. It's really frustrating. Gonna cast right in over here. First time I ever caught a nice smallmouth at this spot. It was my PB Smallie at the time, was right here in this corner. There's like a little rock shelf right ahead there. And there's a little space in behind it where the water's calm. You got one.
Fish right away.
Oh, Smallie.
I think it's a small one, but I'll take it.
Ben is out fishing me right now. He was commenting earlier how that like never happens when we're here. It is good to see that the hookup ratio of smallmouth to largemouth is 2 to 1, at least initially. Nice one.
Cool looking fish.
There he goes. This is that neon line I'm talking about. Ben's got another fish. Little largie?
Yeah.
Got one. Good sized fish. What is that? Oh, I think that was a smallmouth. Dang it. I think that was a smallmouth. That looked like a good size one. Not sure exactly how big, not sure what you guys could see on camera. Speaking of, Ben's fighting another fish. Was that a largie?
Yellow.
Another yellow bass. Dang, that one bit right by the bluff wall. I saw he was hooked in the corner of the mouth, which is like the worst spot to get hooked. Hopefully there's another one in there with him, because there's no way that fish is gonna bite again. I think that's right about where I casted when he bit. Oh no, I'm snagged. Please do not break off. Shoot! Okay, what do we want to tie on in its place? Maybe a more natural color. This one I wouldn't even really mind losing. It's a cheapo Amazon one. I did put nice KVD hooks on there. I like having a supply of really cheap lures with me anytime I'm fishing snaggy bank fishing spots like this. That way when I inevitably lose them, it doesn't really bother me. Oh, Ben's got a fish back there. What do you got?
Yellow.
Another yellow bass. There certainly are quite a few yellow bass at this spillway. Oh, I got a fish. Surprised me, I thought there was another snag. That's a little largemouth, and these are typically the ones that get a hook in your hands, so I was just letting him flop off. Well, at least it's nice to know that fish will eat the cheapo Amazon square bill. All right, I got my other rod. Now we're gonna follow this bluff wall to the left, try and fish over in that big eddy over there. Hopefully that doesn't fall on me. Okay, I'll try to cast with a square bill before I really walk in there. Just gotta double check, because I've caught them in this little corner before. All right, we are gonna switch to the square bill for just a second. Switch back to the square bill, I should say. Where I'm standing right here was where I lost what would have been my biggest smallmouth of the year last year. But he actually bent out my hook because I was using one of these same cheap square bills. Fortunately on this one I did upgrade the hooks. That one I had not. That right there is when I upgraded all my hooks. I could see this being a good spot, reeling it through the current into the eddy. I'm sure there's smallies and largies and catfish and everything else just sitting right on that current seam, waiting for shad to go by. Maybe they just don't like cheap square bills, I don't know. Got one. Got a fish. What is that? Largemouth. Oh no. Okay, I caught him with my feet. Let's see if I can reach down and get him. I did get him. Largy. He was actually right here in the shallow side. See, dude, thanks for biting. That guy was way up in the shallow stuff. I was about to walk through that to go over there, and I figured I should cast through it first. All right, let's try throwing the Ned rig through the current seam. That's a bite. Oh my gosh. That fish just ran with it for a second and then let it go. Didn't feel that big, I don't think, but also, how do you tell that by just a bite? There, he's got it. Got him. Same spot. Little largemouth this time. Okay, there he goes. Nice to know what that fish was, assuming it was the same fish, which it probably was. All right, let's actually run up the spillway. Looks like that is going to be the last on the this particular bait. This caught a lot of fish for just being one lure. This caught a lot of fish, man. By now, you've probably already seen my Iowa video where I was catching a crap ton of drum. That was on this bait too, so they work and they are durable. Okay, I think to replace that, I'm just going to use a standard pearl. That is a good looking bait, if I don't say so myself. Let's actually run over there to the spillway. That's nice. We got a bunch of Bud Light. We got a cast net. We got some catfish leaders, some trash. Man, I hate people. All right, well, while we are right up here, I'm just going to cast the old Ned rig siren way out there. Looks like Ben's way over there stuck in a snag. Okay, now I have caught fish like right up under it before. So we're gonna try. There's like an eddy right way over there, right behind the current. I've caught him in there. We're gonna give that a try. All right, I can't fish with how quick the water's throwing my line down. We're gonna move back down just a little bit. Oh, you got one?
It's getting deep in the water.
First fish in a hot minute. This is probably the only good spot here for a blade bait. That's a nice crappie.
There you go.
Heck yeah, that's probably 10 and a half, 11. All right, last cast. Got one, got one. Last cast, I got one. A tiny yellow bass. Hey, you know what, y'all? I'll take it. That's my first fish in a minute. And it was on the last cast, too. Man, these suckers have sharp fins. Hey, dude. Thanks for biting. All right, I'm out of here. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for my first trip of the year here at the greatest hidden spillway ever. Wasn't really the greatest today. I don't know. It was kind of really good start with that nice smallmouth and then kind of fizzled out. I don't know, but at least we caught fish, though. A bad day at this spillway is still better than most places, so I will take it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do me a favor and subscribe. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, this is a river otter.
Got it on video?
Yeah, I was talking about those earlier. That's pretty cool.